I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Jake Parnell isn't a good professional wrestler, or the fact that he's pretending that he's not a great professional wrestler, because he is great at what he does. He's tough. He's as tough as they come. He has a corny little saying, most guys fight until they lose. I fight until I breathe my last breath. And, it holds a little bit of truth. He's one of those guys that you can knock down and he'll keep getting back up. But that's okay, because at Circus Maximus, I plan on knocking him on his ass plenty of times. As many as it takes. But I would say Jake Parnell's biggest strength, he buys his own bullshit. He believes what he says. That's half the battle right there. And against most guys, that's good enough. I'm not most guys.
He's honestly probably the best technical wrestler on the indies today. It's probably one of the scariest things about him, honestly, just because he's able to manipulate any body part you leave exposed.
You asked me what have I learned from our 2 previous fights, and it's simply this: Jake Parnell can beat me. He did it once. Did it back in September. Beat me 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring. No excuses. He got the better of me that night. But here's the thing. I've been wrestling almost 18 years come October, and I've suffered defeats over the course of my career. But I've always taken lessons from each of those losses, and I've applied them the next time out. So Jake Parnell can beat me. Jake Parnell did beat me. But I can guarantee you this: he can't do it again.
Just pay attention to the rules. The first match was just Anarchy rules. We were able to go wherever, but the second match I lost because of rope breaks. Well, because he used a rope to try and break my neck, actually.
It's pretty simple. The advantages I have in this match, I could list every single one of them, but the most important one is I'm just simply a better professional wrestler than Jake Parnell. This match will be contested under pure rules. Jake Parnell has to beat me going hold for hold. He can't do it.
You see that back there? Each and every one of those pictures was given to me by a fan of St. Louis Anarchy. And that means the world to me. They expect the Warhorse to give 110%, but I expect the Warhorse to walk out with the championship. Wyatt's going to do anything he can to bend the rules to keep that title, but it's them making sure that I keep my head in the game and make sure I'm focused to take that championship.
It's an interesting question. Do I respect Jake Parnell? I respect his ability as a professional wrestler. I respect his toughness. But Jake Parnell, the man... Nah, I don't respect Jake Parnell, the man, because I find Jake Parnell, the man, to be a bit of a whiner. You see, back in September, when Jake beat me in the center of the ring 1, 2, 3, I didn't make excuses. I picked myself up, I dusted myself off, and then in October, I won the Gateway Heritage Championship. A championship that I've successfully defended over the course of the last 9 months, 14 times, against a wide array of opponents, a who's who. And one of those guys is you, Jake. Back in January, you were a successful title defense, but what did you do? Did you graciously accept defeat? No, of course not. You and your little fans, you get all riled up and say, oh, one of the rope breaks may have been questionable. Oh, you didn't pin me. Oh, you hide behind the rules. I literally have no champion's advantage. You have the same chance of winning that I do. You just have to be a better professional wrestler than me. Because this is all about professional wrestling. Now I know you like to fight outside the ring and pick up chairs and bash people with them, but that's not professional wrestling. That's garbage bullshit. And the fact that you don't show me any respect,
I respect Wyatt's years in professional wrestling. I respect everything he's done to this point. But him as a person, him as a champion, it's hard to respect anything that he's done to keep that championship belt. It's almost sad.
why? Why am I going to retain the Gateway Heritage Championship? There is a million reasons why, but there's only one that truly matters. And it's simple. I've got a point to prove. You see, the worst thing that ever happened for Jake Parnell is him and all the fans of Anarchy acting like it's a foregone conclusion that it's going to be the culmination of a new champion at Circus Maximus. No, it's simply just going to be a continuation of the greatest title reign in St. Louis Anarchy history. See, at the end of the night, I'm going to be standing in the center of that ring with my hand raised high. And each and every one of you can take your words, your tweets, your taunts, and your heckles, and your assumptions, and you can shove them straight up your ass. Because the reign of the Monarch ain't coming to an end. Not by a long shot.
If it's not with the double stomp, it's going to be with the Anarchy special. The years have literally added up as far as injuries and instances goes for his legs, and as soon as I lock it in, I can make him tap.